My name is Janet Russell and my title is Deputy Chief Information Officer for Instructional and Support Services. I largely oversee the technologies that help our faculty integrate technology into their teaching, also into their scholarship, so it includes research as well. And then in terms of support services, that's like the client services desk, the help desk, any technology that will help faculty and staff do their job at the college. So when COVID started first coming to the rise, we immediately did what everyone now refers to as the pivot. We didn't quite know at first if it was really going to cause classes to be pushed online in the spring, but when it became apparent that it could, we really quickly organized faculty development opportunities. They were very focused on technology at that time because things did then start to happen really fast. And we also didn't quite understand how long is this going to go on. We didn't want to overwhelm students or faculty. We wanted to be able to complete the semester but not have people become so overwhelmed that that in and of itself made it impossible for them to focus on teaching and learning. And so what was really very helpful to ITS in particular, Gabby and the executive staff made the decision very early to tell us to act as if we were going to be online in the fall, even though they desperately didn't want us to be online, and even though it would be months before the decision was actually made. So what that allowed us to do was to mobilize ourselves and our resources to learn much more about what is the difference between what we did in the spring versus what we might do in the fall. And so we were able to hire a couple outside consultants who do this for a living. They're folks I worked with when I was at Georgetown, where I also did online teaching and learning work. We developed 3 plans to allow faculty to get course development work. Those 3 are workshops and consultations and tech sessions. So I think what people need to really appreciate about online learning and our efforts here at Pomona is that we're not trying to replicate the face-to-face course. Instead, by designing it from the ground up, we're trying to be creative. I'll use the much overused word innovative. We're trying to look at that course, and we actually have frameworks to tear it apart, take it completely apart, and then rebuild it to take advantage of what can be done online. So for example, faculty are worried primarily about 2 areas. They're worried about content and building community. They also have to think, okay, when I'm not with the students, what can I do to engage them with the content? How can I engage them with one another? Is there something I need to do where they feel my presence even though they're asynchronous? Faculty may have students do assignments that are very place-based here at Pomona. They might have data. They can feed data to the students about Pomona itself and have students represent their learning with data that's about Pomona. And so these technologies that they're now using to deliver this, I think, very rich, robust fall semester, we'll always have them, and we'll be able to move them forward. And instead of doing online teaching and learning, which I think we want to be done with after fall, we'll be able to do what I call technology-enhanced learning. So we'll think about how, in a face-to-face course, how can these tools, these techniques help me with my teaching? We're going to get through this, and I think we're going to deliver an amazing fall semester.